I was thinking back there. I was like, man, that could be my dad. Rodney, were you in Budapest in the 80s? Because I feel like that could be him. What's up, everybody? Yeah, brand new comedy club in the Arts District. We're doing it. Yeah, love it. I've performed in Vegas many times, but it's always been in a casino, and I've always hated it. I'm not a casino guy. There's like too much AC in there. You know, I wear contact lenses, so that means my eyes get dry like that. I just walk in and I'm like, I hate it here. I was telling my fiance we came out here, and the first time I ever worked in Vegas was at the Four Queens. I don't even know if that hotel's still up. Is it? Yeah. Okay, well, we know it's not for long, right? We're like, oh yeah, it doesn't even fit in Fremont Street. Four Queens is just looking at the thing that overtook Binions, and it's like, yeah, we're not long for the hall. We're gonna go soon. But I remember I worked there on Monday through Sunday, a whole week in Vegas, which is way too long to be in Vegas, alright? If you live here, that's different. You can go home, go to church, cleanse yourself, you know. But as an out-of-towner, Vegas is a 2-day town. You come in the first day, you drink everything, you know, do drugs, whatever you want. And then the next day, you don't even want to be there, but you paid for 2 days. So you're out. You ever see someone on that 4-second day who didn't want to be out there? You see some 4-foot margarita strapped to his begrudging, frustrated neck, just... He doesn't want to be there. It's a 2-day town, but I was in Vegas for 7 days. And I remember the first morning I woke up, I came down the elevator to go get some breakfast, and the first thing I saw when the elevator doors opened was a middle-aged man bent over a card table getting his hands zip tied. He was being arrested at 10 a.m. And that's how I started my day. I saw that and I'm like, oh, let's get some eggs. And then the next day I came down, also at 10 a.m. to get some breakfast, doors open, and I saw another man just sobbing next to an ATM while his buddy was consoling him. I'm 34 years old. I've never had my best male friend rub my back like this. And he's just sobbing next to an ATM, and they're just doing this, and I'm like, time to get eggs again? It's just sad. That's why I like this. I'm here Thursday, I got 2 shows tomorrow, and Saturday, then I'm out. You know, we're not even staying at a casino. We're at the Spring Hill Suites next to the convention center. That's as close as I want to be to any of it, you know? We drove in today, it was 5 hours. We got here for 5 hours. Then we pulled in, then we had to wait 15 minutes in our car because there was a lunatic meth head running around the parking lot. And we had to wait him out, alright? It was almost like it was Jurassic Park, and we're just in our cars looking at the dinosaur. Yeah, we're just going to let that velociraptor do a couple laps until it decides to leave. This dude was intense. He came up to the window and was just like, I need a lighter! How do you politely say, we don't smoke? We're closed the window. The window was closed. I'm sorry, sir. We don't smoke. I'm having nicotine withdrawals. That's what he yelled. I'm having nicotine withdrawals, and I'm like, maybe, alright? I'm guessing another, but it was so long, we had to wait 15 minutes. He just kept circling, and I just kept looking at my lady, and I'm like, don't worry, I picked a good hotel. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And then we went inside, and it was cool, but the outside was an experience. I like this section here, just a little judgy. I like that. Everyone here just time of their life over here. No, we're the French judges in the Olympics. And we're gonna reserve our thoughts till the end. I appreciate that. It's a nice club. I like the lighting in here. Comedy club, sex dungeon, we go now. Could go either way. Could be a weird swingers setup. We don't know. That's to be found out. Yeah. So I do have to ask, because I'm very interested. Clap it up if you're Las Vegas person. Great. This is always what I wanted to perform to. If you're not local, don't worry, I'm not picking on you. You're great too. But like, at the casinos I only perform to tourists. That's where tourists go. And I used to hate it. I used to hate it so much. There'd just be a guy in a Green Bay Packers jersey. And it wasn't even game day. Just, there's nothing sadder than seeing a guy in a football jersey not on game day. Just a regular day. Nothing screams, I need a pamphlet about alcoholism. Like wearing a football jersey not on game day. That's why I like it here. It's nice. The Arts District is coming around. I like that the Arts District is surrounded. Yeah, it's coming. The last time I performed in Vegas, I was working at the Strat, and I don't like going to Starbucks. I mean, I'll go if I have to, but I prefer going to like a regular, just a local coffee shop. And I looked, and there was walking distance to get here from the Stratosphere, and I made that walk through terrifying blocks. And they didn't tell you, why doesn't Google Maps have that feature? They should just have a feature where like you look at walking directions and it goes, no. You're gonna Uber, is what you're gonna do. They don't have that. They actually let me make that walk. Boy, was I terrified. And then I had to make that same walk back with a latte. Somehow more vulnerable looking. It says bug me immediately. Okay, salt maple leaf latte. With the artwork on this. It's nice out there. Glad things are going back to normal somewhat, I think. I don't know. Football season just started. Pumped about that, yeah. Really what I love more than sports is just watching stadium fights on social media. Have you guys started watching stadium fights? Apparently everyone's just been at home waiting for things to open up so they can punch a stranger in the face at a football game. That's what everyone's been waiting for. I've learned a couple things. If you're in a football stadium and you get into a fight, be in the top row. Alright? If you're in the top row, someone down there has an issue with you, wail away. The odds are you're going to do great. If you're in that bottom row, you apologize immediately and buy that guy a beer. Alright? There's too much leverage coming down. That guy's never won down there. That guy just get plastered by a giant. And another thing I've learned from watching stadium fights, most of the fight is just chubby dudes covering their bellies. That's most of what it is. They get two punches and they're like, oh, my belly's showing. And I'm like, this ain't the time to be self-conscious. You're fighting for your life in the mezzanine. Like, you can, ooh, my belly. By the way, that wasn't the big reveal that you were big. It's not like everyone at home was going, wow, he spelled, oh, never mind. All right. This isn't the time to be self-conscious, man. Punch that person. I don't know. I just want to get my name out there before the world ends. I want to get Zoltan to be a popular enough name where I don't have to repeat it. Yeah. Dude, Where's My Car? Yeah, that movie came out my freshman year in high school. And ruined the next 4 years. I was a pretty shy kid in high school and everyone would just walk up and go, Zoltan! And I was like, God damn it. I've learned recently, I guess I've learned my entire life, but my name can either start or end a conversation. It's one of two ways. Like last week I was checking into a hotel and the guy behind the counter goes, Zoltan. Whoa! Zoltan Kaszas? I'm like, yeah. He's like, is that name Greek? And I'm like, no, it's Hungarian. And then he just went on to tell me about his favorite Greek restaurant. Anyway. For the next 10 minutes, just went on and on about this Greek restaurant across the street. And he's like, they got falafels the size of your head, buddy. And I'm like, I'm Hungarian. And he goes, well, what do you got? What are you against Greeks? And I'm like, I'll go check out the restaurant. Just calm down. So it'll either be that or it'll be the other way. I was in Memphis, Tennessee 3 weeks ago, and I went to a barbecue place. There's an old man running the counter, and he's like, I need a name for the order, and I'm like, Zoltan, and he just said, no. I've never gotten that response before. You ever said your name to somebody, and they go, no. We're not doing I showed him my credit card. I was like, it's right there. And he goes, I'm not typing that in. He goes, around here you're Zo. And he just typed in Zo. He gave me my receipt. And I was like, what a weird contrast. It's never normal, I'll tell you that. I've never given my name and they just go, okay. It always leads to something.
It's a Wednesday night. How's it going? We're at the mall on a Wednesday. How are you? That was very polite. Some people wooing, some people clapping. This lady just politely waving. Hello. Hi, how are you? Yes, I have the most kind audience members at all of my shows. Like, woo, yeah. Hi, there you are. So good. Thank you guys so much for coming out. One more time for all the comics you've seen tonight. Make it loud for them. Yeah. So good to be here. I love performing at this mall. This is the nicest mall to perform at. Trust me, I perform at malls all over the country, and most of them look closed. And not this one. This one looks like malls used to look. It's like we stepped back into 1985, and we're like, whoa! Feels good. Feels energized, you know? Because then there's the rest of Irvine, which is just corporate offices for businesses you used to go to. It's so weird. Like, you're like, oh yeah, I remember BlackBerry. Oh, that's where they do their taxes. All right. You're like, oh my God, a Taco Bell? Corporate? All right. That means there's like an office somewhere with just documents of how many chalupas they sold. 2023. Some guy over there going, I gotta keep up with these chalupa sales. An accountant on Tex-Mex. That's what I like Irvine. I like what you guys got going on. Everything's curated, everything, your HOA is on point. No one's going wild with the painting of their houses. Everything's, you got it down to about 3 swatches. No one's hanging up basketball hoops, there's none of that here. You guys got a stiff HOA board out here. Manicured lawns. No one has a relative in an RV. None of that going on over here. I like that. You guys are running a tight ship. I appreciate that. Running a tight ship. Day before Thanksgiving, trying to have some fun, right? Before you gotta sit down with the family. Yeah? I love Thanksgiving. It's the best one. It's a holiday. It's all about the food. No gifts. No gifts. You don't have to pretend to say thank you. You don't have to go, oh, how'd you guess? You know, none of that. You can just be like, more. Please feed me more. None of that. All you have to do is shut up. That's all you have to do. Just smile. It's the best holiday. God, I love it. It's good to be here. I flew in from New York today. I flew in, into San Diego. Should have flown closer. Flew to San Diego, got a rental car, and I'm like, what have we done? I think I forgot how long that drive is. From San Diego to here is somewhere between an hour to 6 hours, depending on where everyone is headed on that certain holiday. Man, that drive north, everyone's headed south. Like it's, remember that movie The Day After Tomorrow where the world's ending? And everyone's just heading south like, oh, it's freezing up here. And I'm like, I think we're going the wrong direction. The end of the world is coming from that away. We're hitting it head on. Yeah, flying this time of year. It's the time of year where everyone that doesn't fly flies. And it's so noticeable out there. You're like, what? Last week I got doused with a bottle of Dr. Pepper from a lady who was putting her bag on I had the aisle seat and she was putting a bag on the overhead. And it's 5 in the morning. I'm like, why is it raining right now? And I look up and there's a liter, but just and I was like, I think you got a leak there. And she's like, oh no, my Dr. Pepper. You know? Hey, drinking Dr. Pepper on a 5 a.m. flight too. Like, I just looked at her, I'm like, man, I hope you didn't forget to lock your storage unit before you left this morning. You're drinking Dr. Pepper at 5 in the morning, you live in a storage unit. You have a YouTube channel about living in that storage unit. I like the chuckles in Irvine, because you guys have too much money to laugh too hard at that. You gotta laugh in between, well, you know. that in-between chuckle. Doused me with Dr. Pepper. And then today, everyone on my flight was extremely elderly. There's nothing wrong with that. That's nice. That shows love. They're in their later years and people aren't coming to visit them. They're like, ship him in. Hey, should we go visit Grandpa? Half his body doesn't work. No, fly him out. We'll bump him up to economy. Like, you know how many old people I watched boarding the flight this morning? I was like, what? And there's one elderly man. I'm not making fun. I am, but I'm not. But it's from a place of love. Really, I'm mad at the family that owns this elderly person. What are you doing, shipping this old man across? Go visit him. He's elderly. He had to use the bathroom like 100 times, and each time he got up, and I'm like, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna. And each time, you ever watch someone go to the bathroom and then they close the door, and I'm like, yeah, but then what's going on in there? What's gonna happen then? Yeah. It's irresponsible. Go visit your family. Don't ship them out like they're an Amazon package, man. Go visit Grandpa in New York. He lives in New York. That's where you're gonna spend Christmas. You guys hushed. You're like, that was our grandfather. We shipped him out. I had a nice elderly woman behind me on the flight, and she didn't know how the touchscreen wasn't working for her in the headrest, so she just made sure to jab the hell out of that. That was a 5.5-hour flight, and I'm just over there like, it's the holidays. You have to let it go. It's Thanksgiving, you know? The Native Americans and the Pilgrims came together. They were able to set their differences aside. Come on, it's the holiday season. Pumpkin spice lattes. 5.5 hours, reminding myself not to yell. Whoa! Thank you guys so much for coming out. Some guy's doing the hand signal over there. That guy's showing respect. I like it. One more time for Bob and Hannah. Make it loud for them. Warming you guys up. This is my first time here. This is the most well-illuminated comedy club I have ever been to in my entire life. I feel like the stage lights are on in reverse. I can see everyone's face all the way to the back. Wow, this feels like the 80s. I love this. I feel like we're at an evening at the Improv taping in 1989. Everything's glowing. This feels like the nicest Chipotle I've ever been to. This is amazing. Look at all the lights and the colors. Whoa. Sorry, I've been microdosing shrooms, and this is a lot. It's supposed to boost your mood, but you're not supposed to have this much color right in your face. You're like, whoa, all right. Oh, wearing sunglasses for the next set. Thank you guys so much for coming out, man. This is great. We're here. We're doing it. And I believe we're in Albuquerque, but it might also be Bernardillo, but it could also be Santa Ana Pueblo. So I don't know. And then someone threw a fourth one at me, and they're like, it could also be Rio Rancho. Will you guys make up your mind? There's nothing but space out there, all right? You guys are being real nitpicky over nothing but space. Oh, yeah, you can't do that here. Now, in Rio Rancho, you could get away with that, but not in my jurisdiction. I like Albuquerque. I like it. It can never spell it right. It's every once in a while I'll try to tweet about it, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna try. I'll just do the airport code. I can do that one. And that airport's been there back when. That feels like it used to be a bus station. Like, that was before wheelie bags. They have tile brick floors or something. I love it. That was back when people carried their bags like men, but now everything's on wheels, so it's just da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, man, update that airport floor. And it's an interesting group. Like, I'm shocked how normal everyone looks in this audience. Because my flight in here, I flew in from New York, but I connected in Atlanta, and I was just watching people board. I'm like, where are we going? We had one of everybody. That thing was like a Noah's Ark out here. We had Amish people, we had farmers, there's a little person with a cowboy hat for no reason. There's a guy barely wearing a shirt. It was just everybody and nobody. And then I got here early, and I was just walking around the casino before you guys showed up, and it's a motley crew out there, I'll tell you. Everyone looks like they just got out of physical therapy out there, just wearing knee braces on the outside of their jeans, just... Well, that's healing well, I can tell. That's a level of I don't care that I really hope to get to someday. Just put the knee brace on the outside of my jeans, all right? I want people to know. Make some way. I'm coming, you know? It's nice. It's good. Got prepped up, got a haircut yesterday. And thank you. It's not what I asked for, but it's what I got. I don't know what it is. I gave clear instructions. Clear what I wanted. And then he just gave me the haircut he has. That's happened to me so many times. Like, so many times I give him clear instructions, and at the end, we're both looking in the mirror, and I'm like, well, that looks familiar, doesn't it? That's the one you went for, huh? And you can't even complain, because then you're saying his haircut sucks. So then it's uncomfortable. You put all this grease in there? Oh, I had to wash it out. I'm not that guy. I'm not you know? That doesn't work for me. You have to have the right attitude. That's why there's so many different hairstyles. It has to match your personality. You can't just come in like John Travolta if you don't have, you know? I don't have the confidence for that. You can't have grease, slick back hair, and then just come in, slump shoulders. Those guys don't get sad, you know? But no, I've been having a great couple weeks because I have been microdosing the shrooms, as I've been saying. Just a little bit. If you don't know, microdosing shrooms, that's antidepressants for people without health insurance. It's prescribed by the internet, and dosage recommendation on the back of the box of chocolates. Take 1 square a day for 4 days, and then stop for 3 days, and then it says start again, and then it just trails, it ends. That's the end. And I'm like, forever? Like, how long? But it works, because there's a lot that's happened the last few weeks, and I don't care. I'm just kind of watching it like, whoa. Like last week, I watched the Republican National Convention. I was like, this is amazing. My wife was mortified. I'm like, is that Hulk Hogan? It was Hulk Hogan, then Kid Rock came out. I'm like, who booked this? Middle school me? This is everyone I loved when I was 12. I watched the whole thing for 2 hours. And I'm like, when did they start airing the county fair? Like, that's what it looked like. Hogan came out, then Kid Rock, then they did a pan of the audience. I swear I saw a guy eating a turkey leg. And I'm like, this is fun, dude. I was into it, man. It's been wild. It's been a wild couple weeks, so I'm happy for the shrooms. I am. Trump with the ear. They tried to kill Trump. They only got him in the ear. And whether you like him or not, his reaction, that's not how I would have reacted. I will give him that. That dude got up. Ah! That would have not been my reaction. Ah! And then running. I would have ran off that stage. The video would be Secret Service people chasing me. As I'm like, what was that? God, can you imagine? I've never been shot, all right? But I know he got grazed, but I imagine that burns. That has to burn. I've never been clipped in the ear, but I have been flicked once, and it was hot for hours. You ever get flicked in the ear? Some bully in middle school for 2 periods. You're like, it's still tingling. I got to watch the Secret Service people, you know? And we always thought they were like, we got to watch them, and they're like, oh, they're just regular people like us. You know, because you just assume they're in the suits with the ho-ho-ho, and they're like, oh, they're so highly trained. And then you see it, you're like, oh. Oh, you're just a human like me. Like, we're all trained for whatever job we do, but sometimes we show up and we're like, what? And that's what they did. Huh? That town had 2 roofs. That entire town had 2 roofs. This is in the far middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. And they're like, all right, we'll put a sniper on that roof. What about that other roof? Come on. Come on, dude. Don't make me get the other tripod out of the car. Just, we're good. Leave me alone, dude. And I get it, man. Because I assume all those, they're about my age. I'm 37. They're probably like young, maybe even younger, because they need to be able-bodied. They got to run and do action-y stuff. And there's been no attempts on a president or a former president since like Reagan. That's 40 years ago. That's before a lot of those Secret Service people were born. So like, yeah, they trained for the job, but it's like, come on, you know? Nothing's ever happened. I was like putting myself in their shoes. Like they follow this guy around all the time. You know, he plays golf or something. They got to be around like, and they're doing the motions. But you know, inside they're like, all right, dude. And it's a farm. Like if the speech was like in New York City with a lot of buildings and millions of people, I'm sure they would be like, all right. But it's a farm. There's nothing out there. 2 roofs in that entire town. That town's a convertible. Everything else, no roofs. And they're like, what? Oh. And then they all just, we got to see what the action plan is, which is group hug. Apparently they all just hugged him. And then he went, ah! And then, I don't know if you saw one of them put his hand in it, like to block his face, you know? That ought to do it right there. Can't shoot through that. That's a meat shovel, I'll tell you what. I just work on that gripper machine all day. You're not getting through this. This is a shovel of a hand. Oh, man. Pretty crazy. Yeah, wild, dude. It's been interesting, I'll say that. And then Biden dropped out, and which is good. We're not going to get another one of those debates. I'll watch that one, and then I had to fly and do a show in Canada right after, and I don't know if you guys feel the way I do after that last debate, but I don't think other countries should be allowed to watch our debates. That's private, all right? That's for us. Those are our home movies. Why would they even watch? They don't even get to vote. That's for us. And Biden finally stepped down. And he took a while, because he's older. And I get it. A lot of people didn't get it. They're like, why won't he step down? He's clearly struggling, and he's older. He needs to rest. He should step down. And I get it, though, because I used to work at a retirement home. And for 4 years, I worked there 2 years in high school and 2 years after I graduated. And a lot of the elderly people didn't want to come in. You know, they don't want to leave their house. And that's what's going on with Biden. Like, all the Democrats are going there like his kids, like, come on, this is too much house for you. Just go to the home, they'll make you meals. They're like, no, I'm never leaving. But there's too many stairs. Like it's. And then he finally stepped down. But yeah. It's hard. I guess it's hard. I guess we're divided. That's what they say. I always fight against that. For years, I've been like, we're not that divided. And the reason I thought we're not that divided is because I travel all over the country and I just see people and they're always giggling. And I'm like, we're doing all right. And then I realized I have a very skewed impression of the country. Because, yeah, usually people at a comedy club, pretty giggly, having a good time. I'm like, we're doing all right. This is fine. But I guess we are divided. We can't even agree that it's hot, you know? Like, if you go up to the wrong person, be like, man, it's hot. It's always been this temperature. And you're like, all right. Are you sure? That's what they want you to think. I'm like, all right, dude. Your Crocs are melting, but that's fine. It's all just Republican and Democrat, and we gotta choose Republican and Democrat. It's kind of like mom and dad, if you think about it. Isn't it? Republican and Democrat? Like one side's just really worried about the budget. Like, who the hell's gonna pay for this? And then the other side's like, come on! Let's go have some fun. Live a little. You know? But mom cares about what you say in the household. She wants you to be polite. We don't use that word in this household. And dad's cheap, but he'll let you cuss around him, you know? He likes a good off-color joke. Don't say that around your mother, but that's a good knee slapper right there. But now we're just so far apart. It's like mom and dad got a divorce, and they all just went off. Like mom's now like a non-binary vegan who hates men, and dad joined the Klan and thinks the Earth is flat, and we're all in the middle, just trying to decide whose house we're going to for Christmas. You know, kind of in a tight spot. Oh man. But yeah, I'm just trying to take care of me. That's what I'm doing. I turned 37 this year, and I immediately started hurting myself. My body fell apart. I blew out the candles, and I went for a run, and I hurt my hip on my run. Like, I don't even know what the injury was. It's this hot pain right in the meat here. You know, like under the love handle, but above. I don't know what that's called. The filet mignon part. I don't. that flank. It hurts so bad. It's hot. And so I couldn't run anymore, so I went to the gym and I did the elliptical, and I hurt my calf on the elliptical, which that feels unfair. Like, that's why that machine was invented, to be low impact on your joint. It's supposed to be illegal to get hurt on the elliptical. You should be able to run into that thing and be like, oh, that's pretty rubbery. That wasn't that bad. But I hurt my calf, so now I can't do anything. All I have left is the rowing machine, which I don't know if you've ever done the rowing machine, but you look like a psycho on that thing. Everyone else looks like they're doing regular exercises. Their doctor's like, hey, you need to be in better shape. Get on the elliptical, do the treadmill, little Stairmaster. But the rower, I just look like I'm down there planning something. I look like I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll push the boat out at midnight. That's what I'll do. And the body will already be in a duffel bag. And I'll bring weights to hold it down. No one will ever know. Look like a psychopath over there. And I'm just trying, man. It's slowly falling apart. I don't know. There are parts of it that I am happy about. Like, I finally started getting less erections, which I've been waiting for this moment since I was 12. All right? This thing's been the bane of my existence, okay? Just showing up at random times. And you're like, not now, dude. Trying to get my bag out of the overhead. Why don't you calm down? Thank you. I like the fellas that connect with that. It's the summer. We're wearing shorts and just and you're like, all right, I guess we're not making this connection because I'm not standing up in this moment. Don't get me wrong, like, it all still works, but like when it's supposed to. Like, he doesn't come around unannounced anymore. He's like a polite neighbor. He shoots a text. He's like, hey, are we still watching the game? I'm like, get in here, buddy. You know? But he never just pops in like, oh, I saw your light was on. Let's party. He's respectful, which is what I've been waiting for a very long time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. But I had a nice birthday. My wife took me out for a fancy dinner. It was too fancy of a dinner. It was a dinner that had a dress code. This restaurant had a dress code. You had to wear a blazer to get in. I don't even own a blazer. And we didn't read the fine print, apparently, when we made that reservation. So I showed up, and I didn't dress like trash, by the way. I was wearing a nice button-down shirt. I hit all the buttons. Okay, I didn't get sloppy at the top. I hit all the buttons. I wore my nice shoes, and I went in, and the hostess at the counter was like, I'm sorry, we have a dress code. You have to wear a blazer to get into this restaurant. And for some reason, I just blurted out, I don't even own one. Like that was gonna smooth everything over. And they're like, oh, we had no idea an Uber ride wasn't gonna fix this problem. Just get on in here. But if you've never been to a restaurant like this, they have extra blazers there for idiots like me. Yeah, they're like, I was like, I don't even own one. They're like, oh, don't worry, we have extras here. And I'm like, oh, thank God. And she pulled out the biggest jacket I've ever seen. It looked like Andre the Giant's dinner jacket. and she draped it over me. Like the sleeve went down that far to my hand. It's just my fingers dancing out of the bottom. And I remember looking at her going, how is this better? How is this better than you just letting me wear my button-down shirt? I had to walk through the entire restaurant. I looked like a hooker that got caught in the rain. And some gentleman was like, oh, let me help you, young lady. And I'm like, oh my God. And I had to walk through the entire restaurant. Our table was on the far end. This is how nice the restaurant was. Every server knew it was my birthday. So every person that walked by was like, happy birthday, happy birthday. So every table nearby was like, huh? And I'm like, don't look at me. I felt like a dog that just came back from the vet with like that cone of shame, you know? You're like, I need some privacy. I am over 20. Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry, I had a bunch of nuts before the show, and they got stuck. Yeah. That's why the Bud Light. It wasn't a planned joke, but trust me, I wasn't building up the entire time for that moment. But I did choke on a weird peanut shell back there. And then as I was drinking the Bud Light, I saw this guy with the Second Amendment shirt going, he's drinking a Bud Light? And I was like, quickly, save it, save it! Don't lose the audience in Missouri. And I quickly tried to bring it around.
Make some noise for Zoltan.
Solid attempt. Give it Carter, everybody. Make it loud for him. What's up, everybody? One more time for Carter. He almost got my name. That is a tough name to nail, man. I've never seen someone quit in the middle of it, though. That was Zoltan, and then he's like, I have one of those last names, but where like looking at it doesn't help. Like if you're like, what was it? How do I pronounce it? Looking at it's not gonna help. That's like someone just punched you in the eyes with letters. Like, figure that out, you know? So nice to be here. One more time for Carter and Old Man Willie. Oh, Lord. I don't know if they talked about it, but I feel like they could be related. Like I got similar energies from both of them. Like I can see Carter being Willie in like 70 more years. He's gonna age into a lot of those jokes. Like it's gonna be good. I like Carter. He has the look of like a villain from the 20s, you know? He looked like he just got done tying someone to train tracks. All right, some of you are into it, some of you were bored. All right, we're getting started. We're gonna start low, we're gonna build high, don't worry. It's good. It's first time here in the blue room, and you guys meant it. It's blue. All right. You guys are on theme. I love it. They told me this used to be a church. Yeah. Like, it was one of those cool churches, though. You could tell. Was it? Someone's like, I heard someone go, no, it wasn't. It was in between. Did you go to it?
I came a couple times.
Yeah. Was there, like, trips? It felt like this was, like, a church where they had trips.
Oh, no. It was interesting.
It was interesting. Wow, what a subtle way to say it turned into a cult, huh? The way he said it, it was interesting. And I was like, we get it, man. Well, I'm waiting for the documentary too. Just like you. It's gonna be a hell of a documentary. That's why anytime I see something on the news, my wife and I, we nudge each other like, can't wait for that documentary. You know, every time we're like, that's gonna be a badass documentary. The submarine thing, you know that's coming out.
It's already out.
It's already out?
It's already out.
They made it already?
They made it already.
But who's editing that? God, who's editing these documentaries? It's like, we don't even know yet. Just do it. Just make it. We're going to come up with 2 endings. We're a really joyful ending, and then the one where that guy's giving the speech. Did you guys watch that guy's speech? The guy for the Coast Guard? There was a catastrophic implosion, which that's not, like, you know what that reminds me? It reminds me when I was a kid and I'd watch the news and I didn't know big words. And that doesn't explain what happened. Because that's, like, if I was a kid and I listened to catastrophic implosion, I'd be like, so are they alive? Or like, that's not enough. I need like a visual, someone in the back to go, like that's what catastrophic implosion means, man. That's a bummer. I did $250,000 for that trip, and I looked into it. They didn't even have seats. Did you guys know that? In the submarine, no chairs. Spirit Airlines has chairs. $50, wherever you want to go. Chairs. $250,000, and you show up and like, it just looked like they had a drawing. I was on a website and they had like a drawing of the submarine, and they just had a picture of 5 people sitting cross-legged with a one window. They had to share one window. $250,000, one person gets the window seat, and you just... Honestly, when you looked at the diagram of the people sitting in there, it looked like a punishment. It didn't look like a wild adventure. It looked like they were sentenced to something harsh. They're like, listen, you guys, you're going in the submarine. And you're like, no, please. And you're going. You're not getting the window seat. There will be no seats. It's classic. Rich people never know how to have fun. They don't. That's what they do for fun. They're like, we're gonna go on a submarine, $250,000. Every rich person activity sounds like a punishment. The opera. You know? Polo, you know? Caviar, like pheasant hunting, and you're like, ugh. That's all I had on it. I was trying to watch the news. I don't know. It was fun. I've never been up here to Springfield, Missouri. I've done Kansas City. That's where I flew into. I landed into Kansas City. New airport over there. I don't know if you guys go check that out. They had the oldest airport before, and now it's the newest one. I don't know if you've ever been down there, but the oldest airport, like you wouldn't, there's no, it was, not only was it before 9/11, it was before World War II. Like that's how old that airport looked. They're like, there's never been anything bad that's happened in this country. That's how, like you could drop someone off and wave to them as they boarded their flights. And I like that. It was easy to find the Uber pickup area because it was just the curb, you know. They're like, is this the Uber? Yeah, you're at it. I'm like, all right. But now it's like super modern. Like it's beautiful. I got off and I had to go tinkle. And I ran into the restroom, and they actually had a sign that let you know how many stalls were opened, like before you went in there. And I'm like, that's a little too technical, you know? Leave a little mystery, you know? Isn't that fun? You get off that flight, your teeth are floating, and you're like, I really gotta, there's a line, you know? Don't take all the thrill out of life. Let me live a little. Just a little. I don't know. Then we had gotten a rental car, got a badass rental car. It's a Cadillac. I've never driven a Cadillac in my life. And they didn't want to give it to me, but they didn't have the car that I was supposed to have, so they had to begrudgingly give me an upgrade. That's a good little traveler's tip, because I travel all the time. If you get up to the counter and they really try to push the upgrade on you, hey, for an extra $50, I can put you in a Cadillac. What that means is that Nissan Versa isn't back yet. And they're trying to get some money, so just stay strong. You're gonna get the Cadillac. Okay? You're gonna get that Cadillac. Don't pay an extra $50 for it. Next time they ask you, they just go, oh, the Versa's not back yet? And watch their face go, damn it, he knows their secrets. Free upgrade. We made the drive out here. It was me by myself. But I talk in my head, so it feels like I'm not alone. Made that drive, man. There was nothing between here and Kansas City, dude. Nothing, man. A lot of nothing. Nothing and then Amish. And you're like, wow, you know? It's so crazy because and we keep, like, I feel like I'd scare them. You know? If I pulled over and showed them what's going on in this Cadillac, they'd be like, get the hell out of here, dude, with your witchcraft. Like, I don't even know if I could explain AI to the Amish. I wouldn't even know how. Just like, imagine if the butter that you're churning ended up one day killing you all. Like, imagine that happening. I think it's the best way I can explain it. It's a tough one, you know? But they might be living right, you know? Because we've used every piece of technology to make sure we hate each other. Everything that's come out, we're like, how can I hate someone with this? But they're over there. There's no group chat in the Amish community. That's just 5 people in the same room. That's what a group chat is. What was that, Jebediah? You know? That's a group chat right there. Yeah, it's creepy. It's a creepy drive. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had to pee, and I was hungry, and the next stop was a town called Humansville. I kept driving, you know? And I was hungry. Nope. You ever have those moments you just drive and you see the name of the town? Like, we're not doing that.
I take it you didn't stop at Fair Play after that? Or
What's that?
did you stop in Fair Play after
No, I kept driving until I got here. Because after I saw Humansville, I'm like, we're not stopping anywhere. Because it felt like a trap, you know? Humansville sounded like aliens from outer space took over a town, and they're like, how do we get them to come in? Name it something relatable. Humansville! And then you show up, there's just no one's blinking. Welcome to Humansville! Think you're having a good time, next thing you know, they're sucking out your spinal fluid. Watch a lot of Black Mirror, you guys. Because it was Amish, and then like right outside, like this city's cool, like the town here, and then right outside of it, a little methy. And let's be honest, you know, it's methy. It's a little. I don't know what that. I guess that's still Springfield, but like right outside where you get off the freeway, and then it's like I ate at a Jimmy John's over there. You know, which I try not to, because the owner kills lions in Africa, so I try not to support that, but I was hungry. And I was in the middle of what felt like nowhere, and I'm like, you know, someone's gonna eat these sandwiches. So I went in there, but as I pulled in, there was a shirtless dude, this big jacked up white dude, shirtless, and he was just walking. You know, like some people gotta walk where you're like, oh, there's a felony coming at the end of that walk. You can tell in the stance, you're like, he's headed to something bad, you know? And I look closer, he had an ankle bracelet, like the monitor. And I'm like, where are the police? Like, there's no way his boundaries are the town. Like, yeah, just feel free to walk around all methy and shirtless, scaring the town folk. Where are the police? He was scaring the town folk. I know I wasn't the only one afraid, it was me and Jimmy. You're looking out there going, hope he's not hungry. I don't think we could take him together, even together. He looked like he had the good prison muscles. That was good. Oh, please eat. Yeah, I see you holding your sandwich. Oh, you're laughing too hard? I'll slow it down. I don't want to keep you from eating. I just saw you holding that sandwich, and I'm like, eat, man. Enjoy yourself. Because I hate you guys, because I love eating. And thankfully, my wife loves eating, too. We're one of those couples, when the food arrives, we don't talk. You know, we do all our talking before and after. Once the food arrives, it's like we're in a fight. You know? But we're not. We're in a very lovely place. We're eating food, and our endorphins are high. But the worst is if we go on a double date with like another couple, and most other couples just don't eat like they do, and then they're like, and my wife and I are like you right now, just going. And we're pretending to be into it, but inside on the inside we're like, shut up! Shut up and eat! We didn't have a snack before this meal, so because we knew this dinner was coming. And they're not letting us eat. Let us eat. Yeah, man. It's good. Last weekend, I've been traveling a lot. Last weekend, I didn't travel for comedy. It was my buddy's bachelor party. A bunch of guys, and I'm 36, so a bunch of mid-30s to late 30s. We went to Parker, Arizona, which, I don't know, if you haven't been to Parker, Arizona, what I expect Humansville to be like, you know? It's a bunch of people where you're not real. Are you serious? It's just like you picture Arizona, but picture cast a movie about Arizona where the casting is a little on the nose. That's what Parker, Arizona is. There's a lot of dudes in hats, like baseball caps, but their hats are too big for their heads, so it covers the tops of their ears. Do you know what look I'm talking about? It's like bro-y, but not for the ocean. They're like... I grew up in Southern California, so I get it. Like, if you don't get it, there's two political parties in Southern California. There's people that go to the beach and people that go to the river. All right? Those are the two. And by the way, it doesn't split as liberal and conservative. It splits as sunshine or hell. I want to hang out in hell. It's 110 degrees. It was so hot, and everyone was scary. And my friend group, the guy who was the bachelor, he was having a great time, but he befriends everybody. So we had the biggest motley crew of people that I've ever met, like people that I would never hang out with my entire life. I'm now spending a weekend with at the river. There's this one dude who fit right in. He looked like our connect to the town. His name was Jenny, I think. That was a nickname. He was one of those guys that had like 4 nicknames, so I never really got his name. And he was just covered in tattoos, head to toe, which I'm not judging, that's fine. But there was a beautiful moment on the drive back when we were talking about work and how stressful, because they have real jobs, not this fake stuff that I do, but like they have real jobs, and he just goes, money isn't everything. I've really learned that money isn't everything, even though I have the opposite tattooed on my leg. And I was like, what'd you say? And then he pulled up his leg and it said, money is everything on his leg. And I was like, oh man. So what now, I was like, well, I'm gonna keep it, but it will remind me that I was wrong. It's important. They did so much drugs, and they shouldn't. I'm not a drug guy, never been. I have a low resting heart rate. That's my reason. I've never done, people do the cocaine now, all that stuff. I've never tried it, because one time I took an Adderall, and then it was fun. I was in Vegas, I took one little Adderall, and I just couldn't stop talking. I had, all night, just blah, 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 blah. I had nothing to say, but I couldn't shut up. It's the most I've ever said about nothing the entire time. And the next morning I woke up and it felt like I was sprinting, but I wasn't sprinting. My heart was just beating like a rabbit, and I woke everybody up. And they're like, yeah, that happens sometimes. And I'm like, you should be more afraid. And they're like, no, we're not. And I was like, okay. And I never did anything after that. I do edibles. That's what I'm into. I'm into the calming ones, I'm into the stuff where you go, if you get a drug that does that, I'll give it a try. Do you have one? If you can smile while doing it and not feel the need to, keep talking, then I'm into it. I love a little edible. I'm so happy those are illegal. Could you imagine if they were illegal still? Like having to buy that from a drug dealer, having to go into some drug dealer's studio apartment and be like, what are you here for? The gummy bears. I'd be so embarrassed. I'd have to order something else, just so he wouldn't judge me. And some black tar heroin, that too. The gummy bears are for the kids, the smacks for daddy, And I gotta flush the heroin. I'm not doing that, I'm just trying to giggle while watching TV. Marijuana in some form or fashion has been legal in this country for about 10 years, I think. I don't know, I half looked it up. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in those last 10 years, anxiety and conspiracy theories through the roof. And I'm not saying they're connected. I'm just saying it's worth looking into, you know? Sometimes I get on the wrong side of a little gummy, and then I'll make eye contact with one of the cats and be like, what do you know? Tell me right now, what the hell do you know? And they're just not impressed with me.
But I can't imagine having a gun in my house, you know? I can't, like, physically imagine having a gun in my house and not just... You know what I mean? I'm not even that depressed. I'm just really curious, and then I'll do something stupid. You know, like, take, like, irresponsible selfies, just... This doesn't get 50 likes, this Whole Foods is gonna be haunted, get on it! I like that joke because it got really dark and some of you went there. And some of you are like, is he suicidal? No, not at all. Never done the suicidal thing. That's a weird thing. I've been sad. I don't know what depressed means. You know what? I know what bummed out means. I've been bummed out. You ever like open up the freezer because you're like, oh, I think I remember there being some ice cream. And you open it up and there's nothing, and you're like, I've had that feeling a lot. I've never had that feeling along with like Googling how to tie a noose. Like, I think that ceiling fan will hold me. Like I've never had that. I just go, oh, that's a bummer. It's a fucking bummer.
I fly all the time, so I have status, so I get bumped up. I buy the cheap ticket in the back, because that's what I can afford, but I fly so much every once in a while, they're like, why don't you come on up to the front, you know? So sometimes I get first class, and I get really pumped when I get first class, because I take advantage, you know? Some people are like, I'm like Kathy Bates on the Titanic. I'm new money, you know? I'm not respected by the elders. They're like, he's not used to this, you know? But today, we got bumped up to Delta Comfort, which is just it's like business class. It's still nice, very nice. I love being bumped up to that. But they put me in the row right behind first class, which is just rude. You can still see everything they get, but you're back here not getting it. It's like I bought a first row ticket to look at their privilege, you know? Just watch somebody. We were watching a guy in first class on his phone, and he paid his American Express bill. His American Express bill was $160,000, and then he paid it, and then just went right back to watching lacrosse. And I'm like, what? Fly private. Like that should be my seat. If you're casually paying off $160,000 worth of Amex bills and then just going back to... That was me doing a lacrosse attempt right there. I think you should be flying private. No. And I'm not saying because he's rich he's evil or anything. I'm not trying to imply that. What makes him evil is he denied the snacks. If you've ever sat in first class, they feed you and then they come around with a bucket of snacks and you can pick whatever you want. And that's where I turn into Kathy Bates from Titanic and I'm like, just dump them in my lap, all right? I'm gonna take all of them. But most people respectfully take one or two, and he took none. He went, and I'm like, you turn down free snacks, you're evil. Don't trust that person, because that's the amount of discipline you need to like pollute a lake, you know? That's the amount of internal discipline you need to close a community center and go, no, this is a condo now, walk along. If he would have taken the snacks, I would have been like, this is a good man. But he was also that new breed of middle-aged dude. You know the new breed of middle-aged dude where they're like jacked and have sleeve tattoos, but they're in their 50s? It's just this new breed, and you're like, what what era are you from? Like, you make no sense. You're jacked, but you're not healthy either. Like, they also, you know what I mean? Like, big arms, but you get like, your heart's not healthy. Like, you definitely have a clogged artery in there. That's pretty sure you can't run, you know? It's like that kind of jacked. It's the but you're like, man, that's for show, you know? Like, what happens if you really gotta go? Yeah, you don't have it. And he's just honest. It's the worst kind of muscles to have, where you just have big arms, and then because you don't do anything with them. We just see you in public. You ever see a dude with big arms and he's just texting? It's just these giant arms. Just looks like he's picking a lock or something. What are you swinging all those kettlebells for when you got emails to write on a tiny phone? You gotta keep those fingers nimble there. That's what you gotta do. You can't... It's because everyone's on that Nugenics, you know? I don't know if you guys watch ESPN, but they have commercials for this pill Nugenics, like, all the time. It's all these retired athletes that go up to regular men, just living their lives, and they go, hey, you look like crap. You should try Nugenics. And then they go, no, I'm okay. And then their wife goes, well, actually. And then the guy's like gobbling the pills down, swinging a kettlebell. Like, just be, I don't want to do that, you know? I want to age, I just want to be a regular elderly person. If I'm lucky enough to make it to that era of my life, I don't want to be the guy that's like, what if I was like 70 and ripped? No! No one's seen a 70-year-old who's ripped and went, hell yeah. It's like you're in shape, but you're not. Like, it's jacked, but the skin's, it just looks like, you know what I mean? It just looks like they threw an old tarp over a brick wall, and you're like, it's hard, but not in the right ways. This is all wrong. I just want to get regular old, you know? Just slowly stop. Just be calm. I don't know, everyone's so afraid to get old now. I used to work in a retirement home in high school. I worked for 4 years at a retirement home. And so I have a different perspective on getting old. It looks badass. I worked with a bunch of elderly people that told you exactly what they thought. And in between telling you their blunt, unfiltered opinions, they just hung out. And I'm like, that's what I want to do. I want to just sit around and go, the salad is wrong. That's like the idea. That's what you should be shooting for. Not like, I'm a 70-year-old jiu-jitsu black. Why? Your joints are screaming. You're not fooling anybody. So yeah, I'm trying to work on my health and trying to work on the mental stuff too. Like I deal with anxiety. I know a lot of people do, but I know a lot about it now. Like I've gone to a lot of therapy and I've learned everything there is to know about anxiety, and it's never been worse. There's a huge lie in the mental health space that says once you learn you have anxiety, you can work towards getting better. Maybe for some of you. That's not going on for me at all. I know all aspects of my anxiety. I now know all my triggers, so now I have anxiety before I have anxiety. Instead of just being anxious in the grocery store, I'm now anxious in the parking lot because I know I'm about to be anxious in the grocery store. I'm just in the parking lot taking a shot of pre-anxiety going, here we go. Might make eye contact with the dude over the melons. Don't make it weird. And guess what? I made it weird. It was just a regular dude holding 2 melons trying to pick one, and we made eye contact for a second, and for some reason I was like... And he was like, what? And I'm like, whoa. And we didn't get groceries that day, all right? That was an Instacart day. I think that should be the commercial for Instacart, by the way. It's just 2 dudes making eye contact in the produce section. And then, Instacart. We can pick the wrong avocados for you, you know? But yeah, that's who I've always been. I've always been like this anxious person. Like when I'm in line at a coffee shop or something, I have to have my order ready before I make it up to the barista. Some people aren't like that. Some people can just like be in the moment, like they just respawned in a video game and just be like, croissant and a black coffee, you know? And if you can do that, awesome, more power to you. That's not who I am. I have to have my lines ready before I talk to a stranger. And sometimes I'm not. Like sometimes there's someone in front of me and I'm still deciding and they get out of line, now I'm next. I'll just yell out the first thing I see on the menu. That's who I am. I'll just be like, London fog! That's how I found out London fog's not even coffee, all right? It's tea. Like if you yell out London fog in a panic, prepare for some dirty hot water. Because you just got yourself some gross tea, all right? That's who I am, though. Like when I'm in line at a Starbucks, I'm in my head the whole time, just like bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. Bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. Bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And then I make it to the front and the barista's like, what will it be? And I'm like, can I do a bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich and a sweet cream cold brew? But then if she's like, we're out of all of that, I'll be like, London fog, dude. I'll make the same mistake again rather than looking indecisive in public, dude. I'll dance with the devil I know than the one I don't. And that person who I just described, that's been me my entire life. And I'm cool with that guy. I understand that guy. We're simpatico. But now the problem is I'm aware of my anxiety. So now it's like an out-of-body experience. I now like watch myself be anxious in public and I heckle myself. Well, I'm already uncomfortable. It makes no sense. Why would I be against myself? But now I'm just in line like bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And it's like, dude, don't nod your head while you say it. You look like a psycho. What the hell's the matter with you? Bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. What the hell are you doing with your hand? Just hold your hand like a normal person. Bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. Thank you for laughing at that one, too. That's... There's two kinds of jokes in comedy, like two kinds of laughs in comedy. There's like a laughing with you and a laughing at you, and that one gets a fair amount of both, you know? And I like that. Some people relate, and some people are like, I can laugh at that. But I have told that joke twice in front of two rooms, big rooms, where they just looked at me and like, sounds like a you problem. I don't know if you've ever had that, where you open your soul to a room full of strangers and had them collectively go, oh. It's a kick in the schnutz, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I've learned too much about anxiety. I don't know, I've learned too much. I think it's a problem. Like, I learned that anxiety can be hereditary. It can be passed down from your parents. Isn't that crazy? And once I learned that, I was like, oh my God, my mother's an anxious woman. And I never realized that growing up. You don't see it growing up. You're like, she's fine, so what? She doesn't make left-hand turns. Who cares? A lot of people don't make left-hand turns. I don't make left-hand turns. That doesn't mean anything's wrong, you know? Until I was in a car with someone that did, and I was like, what the hell are you doing, Evel Knievel? Why are you putting our lives on the line? We're just trying to get to a Wendy's right now. Why don't you calm the hell down? By the way, when I say I don't make left-hand turns, I don't mean at a light without an arrow, like an unprotected left. I'm cool with those. I'll do those all the time. I'm talking about you're coming out of a neighborhood. You have a stop sign. There's 2 lanes going that way, 2 lanes going that way. You're trying to get over there, and everyone's running 50. I'm not doing that, all right? 10 times out of 10, I'm not doing that. I'll pull up, and Google's like, make a left. And I'm like, you make a left, dude. You figure this out. I'm not sitting here for a minute and a half just going, huh. Will you turn the radio down? Our lives are on the line. I'm not doing that. We're making a right and taking a U-turn. We'll get to that Wendy's when we get to that Wendy's. I believe that's why they're open late, you know? That's their whole business plan. But yeah, it was startling to find out. You know, my wife was the first person to asked me about my anxiety. Like, she was the first person to see it, or at least not ignore it. You know how scary that is? For 30 years, I thought the terror was in my heart, and on the outside, I thought I was just the Fonz. That's who I thought. I was just kicking jukeboxes, calling the bathroom my office. Like, that's who I thought I was. My wife was the first person to look me in the eyes and go, "Are you all right?" I was like, "Well, why would you ask that?" She's like, "You look uncomfortable." I'm like, "I do? Can everyone else see it?" And she's like, "Yeah, probably." That was like a traumatic day. I felt like Sally Fields at the end of Mrs. Doubtfire. Remember that scene in the restaurant where she found out Robin Williams was in fact Mrs. Doubtfire? She's like, this whole time. Remember that second guttural this whole time? That's how I felt. I'm like, oh dear God.